Hey there everyone, as you can tell by the title, today I'm going to be talking about why Yuri on Ice is such a groundbreaking series. Now, people on Tumblr and stuff have talked about why and how it is, but I never see anyone on YouTube really say how groundbreaking it is, and since YouTube is the more popular format, I thought I'd, explain it here through YouTube. And before I start, this is not a top 10 list, this isn't a numbers list in general, this is just a bunch of reasons as to how it's groundbreaking and explaining it, kind of like an analysis, but not entirely. So yeah. So one of the things that I find groundbreaking for Yuri on Ice is that the rival, quote unquote, in the sports anime is not a jerk or has an angsty backstory. None of them do. For those who don't know, in a sports anime, you usually have a rival. Basically, a rival is like someone on the other team or someone you're going up against, and they're 90% of the time a jerk with an angsty backstory, or one of the two. But with Yuri on Ice, we don't really get that. When I first saw the promo, I thought Yuuri Katsuki was going to be the stereotypical angsty anime teenage jerk, similar to Rin from Free, but he quickly blew my expectations. Yes, he's hot-headed and determined to win, but he is extremely different in the sense that he's also very friendly and actually a nice kid. And that's another thing, he's a kid, so his actions can be justified to grumpy teenage Russian kid. Another thing was during episode 6, when I saw Christoph Giacometti, I thought that he would be a sort of rival trying to steal Victor away or something. Turned out not to be the case. Christoph is just a weird guy who likes to flaunt his bum, and there's no issues with that. And he's not angsty, nor is he mean. He's just a little weird for me. Technically, with the examples I've given, I don't personally believe Yuri on Ice has a quote-unquote rival character to Yuri, and I think that's pretty groundbreaking for the sports anime because it's kind of like a copy and paste formula a lot of sports anime do. Another reason why it's groundbreaking is that it breaks a lot of gender roles in sports. Well, figure skating is a very gender-neutral sport. I mean, you've got awesome guy figure skaters, awesome female figure skaters, just figure skaters, But I think the part that makes it very groundbreaking for the whole gender role thing I'm talking about here is when Yuri decides to skate to On Love Arrows, he comes up with the story of a playboy falling for this lady, and he thinks that he should be skating like the playboy, but he decides it doesn't fit him, like who he is as a person, his personality, it fits none of it, so he decides to skate better as the seductress that seduces the playboy. And as we all know, that always wins Yuri big charms in his short competition, and I think that's pretty groundbreaking to me, because if any other anime did something like that, they would have made it as some kind of joke or told him, oh, you can't skate like a girl, or made up some stupid shit where he couldn't. Another thing that I think makes it pretty groundbreaking is the way the sport is handled in this series compared to a lot of other sports anime. The way Yuri on Ice is structured, it's similar to a slice of life story, and I really enjoy that because not a lot of no sports anime really goes for that approach. They sort of go to take the sport a little too seriously and not just to sit back and actually relax and realize this sport is meant for fun, not a big deal. And another thing I'd like to point out is a lot of professional figure skaters have been watching this anime, and it's incredible to me because in no other sports anime have I ever seen someone who actually plays the sport watch the anime before, and it's pretty incredible to me, and it's something I've never seen before. I saved the best for last, and that would be the way Yuri on Ice handles gay couples. Or I say how, I know a lot of people, or not a lot, but quite a few people who don't like this anime like to say that it's like Free, where it does implications through wording and visuals, but not so much an actual confirmation. Well, that's not really true. Sorry, it's just so obvious that Yuri and Victor are canon that it's hard for me to see why other people would think it's not canon, but I understand, because again, look at the previous. Sports anime just like to tease too much to the point where we're actually used to sports anime doing that. But with Yuri on Ice, we actually get this confirmation. We don't actually see them kiss on screen, but we know that they love each other and we know that they're together. Now, another thing people like to say when they want to shoot down Yuri on Ice is they want to say that number 6 did it first. Number 6, I watched it once and I don't remember the plot. All I remember was the character Nezumi, and he had like black hair or something, and then this guy had like white hair and they were together and it was cute, and yeah, but that's all I can really remember about it. Either it was a very forgettable story or I only watched a couple episodes. But anyway, so people say number 6 did it first into portraying a gay couple in a very positive light, and I agree, they probably were the first. But Yuri on Ice still trumps them because from what I can gather of number 6 and its, manga and anime series, Nezumi dies or they both part ways for some stupid reason, and so they don't stay together. That's the thing with anime like this. If you have a gay couple portrayed in a positive light, they usually don't stay together for too long before one of them dies or leave each other for a dumb reason. But despite us being on episode 11 of Yuri on Ice, I would like to say that most likely at the end of this season, Yuri and Victor will stay together and they won't part ways. There's a lot of reasons why, won't go into it now, but they will not part ways, and that's what's gonna make this so groundbreaking, is they are gonna be a gay couple portrayed very positively and stay together at the end and they don't die. So you may ask, what makes it portray gay people in such a positive way? Well, there's literally no homophobia, that's how. When I say there's no homophobia in this anime, I literally mean it. No one makes a remark bad-mouthing these two being together. No one in the audience when Yuri performs says anything bad about Victor and him being together. No one says anything bad about them being together in general. Someone who believes in equal rights for basically people of all genders and races and heights and moles on the skin, anything. They should be treated equally as a person and not be seen as something weird, something we have to learn to tolerate. No, they're just a little different. Let's move on with our lives. And that's what Yuri on Ice does. It treats two gay men as it should be. Perfectly normal, because we live in a world where that should be normal and that should be tolerated. But enough about the political stuff, and let's move on to also one other thing, how Yuri on Ice is groundbreaking. It's not considered a yaoi anime. I don't care what anime hosting site you are, or what Wikipedia page you are. Yuri on Ice is not a yaoi for a lot of reasons. Instead of that, we're just watching a sports anime where two characters just happen to be gay and in a relationship with each other and are gonna get married. And it's no big deal, as it shouldn't be a big deal. And I think that's probably one of the most groundbreaking things I've seen in an anime in a really long time. That being said, I hope you guys enjoyed my points on how Yuri on Ice is indeed a groundbreaking series. And I know I missed out on a couple things, but they're very small points I can't really talk too much about. Also, some things I don't have experience with. If you guys want to see me do something like this with another anime, maybe I'll do another one. But I just had a lot of motivation to do this one because I've seen no one talk about it and I wanted to talk about it. So with that being said, goodbye everyone. Hope you all have a great day.